and welcome back to Squire Squad. We're here to play some more Masks and have a grand old time playing superheroes and, well, I suppose I'm really the only one playing villains, unless some of my players have things to tell me. But we'll get to that in a little bit. Let's talk about what's happening here at G Game Nights for a little bit first. Just watched our video, which is now up to date with all of our brand new shows. We've got so many of them. We've got, not just yet, but soon on Fridays, we've got Neon Gods, which is a good society game based on the Wicked and the Divine. Saturdays, including this Saturday, we have our new Saturday Night's Pathfinder show that I am also running. We had to skip the session 2 weeks ago because people were unavailable. We'll be back for session 2 of that, so still early days, easy to catch up on. Sunday, we've got our new Blades in the Dark game, Dusk Falls Dead. We've had to miss a few sessions of that for a variety of reasons, but we should be back next week and finally doing a murder. Yay! Because we're a group of assassins in that. And then Monday, including last night, we had our latest session of the Queer Chronicles of the Strixhaven Quartet, which is our new D&D 5e game set in the Strixhaven setting. That's been a lot of fun. And then Tuesdays opposite this, we have our new Stars Without Number game, which has most of us here. David's running that one, and that is Escape Velocity. We're on a hostile planet, and there's a weird monster doggo outside our bunker, and our boss is like, fuck this, I'ma shoot it, even though that is the worst idea he could have had, so we'll see how that goes. And then, yeah, I mean, that's most of our shows are new. The ones that aren't new, we've got Thursdays Elegant Creatures, which is Urban Shadows with a little bit of Good Society mixed in, and then opposite Saturdays we have Saturday Night Star Power, which is our Fate game, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Jujutsu Kaisen anime styled game. So that's a lot of what we do for TTRPGs, but also recently, this past Friday, for our good friend Savannah's birthday, we streamed a Destiny 2 raid, or most of one. We didn't actually finish it, unfortunately, but we may be trying again this Friday, so keep your eyes peeled for that, maybe. We'll see. And yeah, whenever we're doing stuff, we tweet about it or post about it in Discord, so you should join us in that server or follow us on the social media of choice. We also have our YouTube, where we post all our videos after we finish. And then I suppose the other announcement, none of us have it yet because I don't think it could have possibly arrived yet, but we do have some merch, including a thing that Savannah said during the Destiny raid, wake up every day and fight karma bare-fisted. And so we've got that on shirts, both t-shirt and tank top, and on a mug. So if you want that, I can see that being a good coffee mug. You can check out our merch store, which the links are in the chat or beneath our faces here on Twitch. I think that's it for channel stuff. That's a lot of stuff going on. Let's go around now and say who we are and who we're playing tonight, shall we? So let's go ahead and start with David.
All right. Yeah, I'm David. You can find me on Tuesday nights. Thanks, Alex, for plugging the Stars Without Numbers. But tonight I am playing Kevin, formerly known as Chrysalis. Something new will be happening.
Hi everybody, I'm LB Hack'em. You can find me at LB Hack'em on the Twitters and the Twitches. I am here Tuesday nights and Sunday nights, but I stream a lot on my channel, so go check that out. It's super fun. I'm going to be playing Subrina, aka Corvid, tonight. She is the outsider.
Hi, I'm Z at Necromancy on Twitter. I am not as cool as my previous compadres, nor my following compadre. But I am playing Rosario, or Roz, and she is the Scion playbook.
It's not a cool contest. Hi, everybody. I'm Danae Keener. You can find me at DanaeKeener.com. I do nerdy drawings, mostly related to D&D and a lot of things on the Indoor Adventurers stream. You can also find me at Danae Keener on Twitter. I've got a schedule there with all of the Twitches that I'm involved in, which is to say streams that are on Twitch. I'm going to be playing as Chloe today, and her superhero name is Hemlock.
And I'm Alex, OMG some guy on the internet, and I run this nonsense. I'm here Tuesdays, Thursdays, sometimes Saturdays and Sundays, and then also Sunday nights over on LB's channel, playing in her Masks game there. And because Z forgot to mention it herself, she did the art for this game, and also soon to be revealed the art for the other Tuesday game, Escape Velocity. So you should check that out, and maybe throw money at her, just cause, but also maybe ask her to draw you something as well, possibly. We'll see. So yeah, that's who we are, and let's get to the recap from last time, because not only was it most of a month ago, it was also a doozy of an episode. So, previously on Squire Squad. I'm not going to be able to do that voice the whole time. It would kill me. The squad was under attack by the villain Screenshot at the public library, and the shadowy figure the team lovingly named Jebri went to fetch Roz and ferry her to their aid. Once there, she realized that the squad was not actually in the Matrix-like simulation or anything, but rather apparently having their brain signals overwritten, and they were just standing in a trance-like state in front of various pieces of technology. Roz started working her literal magic to free them, but in the simulation world, this made the Squires appear to be getting deleted. Starting with Chrysalis and then Corvid, Hemlock found herself alone against the villain. Using her powers as he started to beat a retreat, she followed along for the ride and found herself in a server room of some kind. In the meat space, the squad saw Chloe starting to dissolve into dandelion seeds, and Roz quickly used some magic to track her. They found that she had reappeared across town by the warehouse Chloe originally tracked the ominous signals to. They hurried across the city in Subrina's Kirby craft and began scouting the location, finding powerful and subtle defenses. While doing so, they were approached by one of the knights, Vega, who reported that Mascatira had sent her to scout this place after Kevin had tipped him off about it. Kevin then pushed through the psychic defenses to learn Chloe was alive and the only living mind on the premises. The team went in for the rescue, with Vega running distractions outside. Inside, Chloe fought off a robot that came to investigate her intrusion, and soon all the alarms were going off. She started making her way out, navigating the apparent labyrinth that she found herself in. Meanwhile, her teammates found themselves entering a secret factory of some kind, building various high-tech devices and robots. Corvid worked to distract the defenses there, while Chrysalis and Fragment went to aid Chloe. Eventually, Chloe rendezvoused with Chrysalis and Fragment in a room full of monitors, and Chloe and Kevin have a touching moment as Chloe confirms her friend is alive and well, and not deleted from reality. Screenshot begins monologuing at them for being foolish children, especially when Fragment magics Corvid to them, and trapping them all in the room and starting some kind of ominous countdown. Kevin decided he wasn't having any of that, and fully unleashed his psychic powers, beginning to lift the whole facility off the ground. As Screenshot attempted to flee once more, Kevin's powers also realized the villain was not the person per se, but really a powerful AI, and tracked down other similar facilities around the city that Screenshot was linked to. Getting the team to safety, but demolishing a few city blocks in the process, Kevin ultimately collapsed from the effort, with several new growths and cracks in his carapace. And so, we are going to pick things back up about a week or so after the events of last session. Kevin has been in Paladin's HQ, recovering in the medical ward the whole time, comatose largely, but you all have been granted full access to visit him and, stay by his bedside, though as of yet there has not been a response. So, given that there is about a week, and also, Kevin has been excused from school for I'm trying to think. Like, does Elena the AI call school to say like, "Oh, Kevin's homesick" because you don't have any other guardians keeping watch?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. And so
She can probably pass as a person to call me for being absent.
yeah. So Kevin has been excused from school while the rest of you are still attending. But tell me a little bit about what you all are getting up to this week.
I think Sabrina has, like, at the beginning of the whole thing, she was kind of like, she was connected and like reaching out to people and like making sure everyone's okay. Definitely visiting Kevin a lot. And I think that as the week has gone by, she's just like stepped back like from the group in general and just become like more like spending more time in her Kirby craft and and actually she's picked up the guitar a little bit. She's only been a week. She's like very bad at it. But she had like she felt like talking to Kevin just wasn't enough, so she's like going there, and I'm sure the nurses are just so annoyed with her because she's just like bump 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 like really bad.
With her shapeshifting powers, couldn't she give herself more fingers and hands to be better at
Not in
guitar?
public, but yes, I mean it still takes skill.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. So yeah, you think maybe once or twice as you are at the recovery ward in the Paladin's HQ, Kevin's bedside, there's maybe some, spike in one of the displays when you were playing the guitar, but for the most part, Kevin was transported to the recovery facility and still has like all those extra spikes that he grew from his exertions, and there are cracks in the carapace, and Roz, you probably helped them with this, but got access to more of the special soup that Kevin needs for nourishment and stuff, so there are multiple IVs full of that stuff that are going into some of those cracks, and so it's not necessarily a pleasant sight to see your friend in, but the doctors have assured you all that he is stable and apparently recovering, but also for the moment unresponsive.
I think Chloe really doesn't like hospitals, but she feels super responsible for what happened. So while it is very rare to see her there, somehow every single day there are fresh flowers at his bedside.
Nice.
That's really sweet.
And I think she even goes a bit radio silent as far as hero work goes. Just like, I think she's gonna be Chloe for a bit.
Mm-hmm. That's fair. And I will say from the paladins, there is the mixed response of like, okay, your friend is injured, take some time off, but also, you, the four of you were very publicly, revealed in the aftermath of this incident. And so while there is some level of understanding from the media and the public, because you all are, even though the four of you are now 18, you are still considered sort of the, minors and to be protected. And so there is some efforts to not keep the gaze of the public on you. There is still a bit of, you all having to take responsibility for this. And this was also Fragment's debut, as it were. And so...
Yeah, what is the public perception of us? Because, I mean, we did a really good thing. Are we popular now? I mean, I know we were popular, especially when, Skylar was doing the video cam stuff.
Yeah. I mean, it's mixed. You have your supporters and you have your detractors. There are some saying, like, they were only able to stop the villains by blowing up, city blocks and, blowing what really happened out of proportion, but it's like they caused immense collateral damage. You haven't been given a specific figure for damages, but pretty sure it's at least a couple $1 million in damages. But you also have a bunch of supporters saying, like, it's just 4 kids who went in and took on, a high-ranking supervillain in one of the main villainous groups in the city, and that's badass and awesome. And the exact condition of Chrysalis has not been fully revealed to the public yet either, but there is, that your squad is being not dealt with, because that's too ominous a word, but like there's a lot of stuff happening behind the scenes is basically the message that's being sent out to the public, and that's why your team has not been seen as of late.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna say that, like, even though it was Fragment's debut, she hasn't really been seen since. I think besides like having to be at school, Roz has been at Kevin's bedside, like has put 2 chairs together so it's like a bed that she can sleep in, and like she does her homework right next to him and like says it out loud, like as if he's helping her with her homework like usual. And just like chatting at him and being like just complaining about stuff, like if she has to go to work or if she has to like go to her fencing club or anything like that, like telling him about school or like stupid things that happen. Just being a really sentimental, fragile little baby talking to her best friend in a coma, but really like would only leave when she absolutely has to. Like probably is kind of cutting it close, like teleporting to school kind of. Like with her magic to be like staying with Kevin till the absolute last minute, and like teleports into a bathroom stall at school or something.
That's sweet.
Yeah, he's my best friend.
Yep. Let's see. Kevin, this time is going to be weird and muddled and very unclear to you, but you do get senses, especially given your psychic abilities, that your friends are nearby, but you are still so weak and tired and exhausted from your previous exertions that you can't establish clear contact with them. But you know your friends are thinking of you.
Also, with Subrina taking kind of point, like keeping everybody in touch at the start of it all, I think that was really helpful for Roz, because she was like, oh my God. But with Chloe kind of going, like, kind of stepping away, Sabrina kind of stepping away, I think Roz really picks that up as the week goes on and kind of sends selfies with Kevin, like, all the time to, like, keep them up to date. Like, if they're not there, tries, like, just, yeah, yes, like, it's like, hey, look, try to keep the mood light, okay? Or just, like, just telling funny stories about stuff that happens at the hospital whenever they're not there. Like, oh, like they all have this one nurse that they don't like, or something.
Fucking
like,
Dawn.
Ugh, Dawn.
Goddamn Dawn.
He was wearing 2 different shoes today. Just
Yeah. Okay. So there's this first week after the incident, y'all have taken a step back from super heroics. None of you seem to, who knows if you've been thinking about it, but there has been no sighting of Jebri nearby. That has not happened for y'all. But things are more or less fairly normal in what we've just discussed, except for the following. So let's see what order to go in. We'll go with kind of the order that you all volunteered in. So Subrina, one night as you are sitting in the Kirby Craft playing guitar, you get a text from Danae and Tyler that the machine is beeping, it's doing a thing, and you quickly deduce that they mean, oh, your machine to communicate with your home world.
Oh, okay. No response, just goes there. Yeah, she'll walk in the house, and, hello, I'm home.
Oh, Sabrina, welcome home. We've got dinner ready in a little bit if you want to join us, but
Yeah, I just need to check the machine. I mean, I'll probably be hungry, but I don't know what's going on with it, so.
Okay, yeah, and let us know if you need anything. Also, could you turn the volume down on it? It's been kind of loud.
Oh, yeah, sorry. There's a mute button, but I probably didn't label it in English, sorry. It's just all of the consoles just in French. She'll go up to the machine and see what it's doing.
Yeah, and it is, I mean, how do you imagine that it sends out messages? There was a part of me that was envisioning like the old 80s thing of like the small ticker tape coming out of just like
I mean, that's acceptable. Sure.
Yeah. And so there is just like a pile of that on the floor as it has been like trying to go.
Oh.
And, you know,
she's
you
like
start
sifting through it to find the end.
Yeah, and it's most of it is either blank or like nonsense, unimportant stuff. You start gathering that it's like, oh, these are some coordinates or calculations, and you think, oh, this is like the work that your parent is doing to figure out how to get to you. But at one point there's a break in the text for a while, and you see one message coming through that says Eureka! Parentheses, isn't that what they say on Earth?
Is there anything after that?
Yeah, it's a series of calculations that you maybe could piece together. Like you would probably need to plug them into the machine to confirm, but you gather that like, oh, this is like the coordinates that you both would need to try and establish a stable portal, or at least a temporary portal between the two planets.
Can it be in CERN?
I mean, you gather that you're gonna need some beefier equipment than what you have to to make this happen.
Sabrina's like, and she just rips she runs, and as she does, the tape rips out of the thing at the end, and she's just like got a bunch of like paper, and she like runs downstairs, and she's, guys, we know how to do it. I can contact my people. My parent can come here.
Oh my gosh, Subrina, that's so exciting.
I don't know how to like figure it all out. I'm gonna have to go back to CERN.
Right. Well, and I think Danae actually peels off to like go around the corner, and you see her taking out like her cell phone, and like Tyler's there, you know, chiming in from the kitchen as he is finishing up dinner. Is like, I mean, we can maybe see about reaching out to them. Like, honey, you understand that they are a whole other governmental agency, and there are multiple governments involved. Like, we can't just walk into CERN.
Yeah, you guys can't walk into CERN. I get that. But like, I lived there for like 4 years. I don't get like a special pass or something.
Honey, policies have changed. You know, it's like we will start making calls and look into this, but please don't rush off to CERN just on your own. We need to make sure that they at least are expecting you, because otherwise they might not appreciate you barging in.
Right.
Okay, dinner's almost ready. If you want to, I mean, should we laminate that? I mean, what should we do with that?
I'm gonna feed it into the Kirby Craft so it records everything. But I'll be right back for food, okay?
Okay.
She'll go into the Kirby Craft and like start feeding it into the little slot, and they'll start Just gonna look at Gareth and go, "Don't touch this, okay?"
Okay. Does your ship have to eat paper? This is the first time I'm seeing you do this.
It's like a space thing. Don't worry about it. Are you hungry?
I mean, a little bit. I've got Doritos right here.
Well, my what do I call them? I don't call them my parents. My watchers are making dinner if you wanna.
Sure. Okay.
Okay.
Do I need to clean up at all? And he's, in sweatpants that he probably hasn't changed out of in days, in a grungy
Are you trying to
t-shirt.
impress my watchers or something?
Not necessarily, but I mean, I don't know what they're like.
I mean, they're like government agents, so I don't think they care.
Shit, they're the fuzz. And he like leans over and like grabs some eye drops out of a bag and like starts putting them in.
Duh. Okay, well, I'm gonna be in there, so just come on in whenever you're ready.
And he like, goes, and as you leave, you start getting the distinctive, terrible scent of Axe body spray as he is freshening up.
And then as she's going back in, she sends out a text to the group, "Guys, we might have to break into CERN." And then puts the phone away, does not respond to anything during dinner, because that's rude.
Roz immediately is like, Kevin.
Kevin, you have to wake up.
If you've been biding
That's
the
what
time,
does it.
The time is now.
Now is the time.
Yep. Okay, very good. That's what happens with Sabrina. Next with Chloe. So one evening you are, finishing up your homework for the day. It's, fairly straightforward, fairly easy, and, it's a school night, so you go to bed at a responsible time, because that's what teenagers do. No, but eventually when you, hit the hay and go to sleep, let me switch the music. You find yourself having a dream, and I don't know if Chloe's much of a dreamer normally, but this one is weird because you find yourself just kind of floating in a black void, and you hear a voice echoing around, and it starts with saying, "Sorry about your friend, but that was pretty hot shit you did at the villains, wasn't it?"
Hot shit, as in good or bad?
Well, who am I to judge? And even though you're in a black void, you find that your perspective is shifting and rushing, and there's a brief sense of vertigo until you find yourself face to face with Hemlock, or what appears to be Hemlock. It looks like you in your hero outfit, but upon closer inspection, you see that it is entirely made of plants, even the parts that would be flesh on you. And as the voice speaks again, this figure in front of you starts speaking as well. It's up to you to decide what's good and bad, isn't it? I mean, isn't that what you were telling Jebri the other day?
I guess. I don't know. I don't feel good about what I did. If I hadn't gone after that AI, then Kevin wouldn't be in the situation that he's in now.
Are you sure about that? You're only responsible for your own actions, kid.
I think Chloe looks unsure at this.
Well, I'm just here to help out, as it were. And as they say that, you see vines start sprouting out very similarly to how you shoot out vines when you're using your powers. And it's not doing anything in particular. It almost seems like there are flashes behind the figure now of like images of you using your powers. And it's like it's replaying memories of those. It's up to you to decide what you do with them, but like I said, I'm here to help out. I'm along for the ride, and I like it when you kick ass.
I think she just sort of laughs and looks down, runs a hand through her hair. Kick ass. Well, I guess so long as we can make a difference.
No, we'll definitely make a difference, you and I. Look, probably going to be hearing from me a bit more regularly now. It's like I'm growing as you use your powers more. I'm able to speak more, talk more. Thoughts are becoming clearer. But it also means I'll be juicing up your powers. So, the more you use them, the more you juice me up, the more I'll be able to juice you up.
Okay. So, what, you're just the super-powered version of me?
Not quite. Suppose if you want something to refer to me as, if you're a hemlock, I'm oleander.
Okay, Oli.
But, well, as I said, I'm here to help out, and, when you feed with your powers, that's me you're feeding. That means I can strengthen your powers even more.
Chloe thinks on this. Are you saying that if I were able to call on you before, all of this might not have happened?
Maybe. I'm not a fortune teller.
Well, then why didn't you tell me sooner?
Because you hadn't fed me enough yet.
I haven't fed you much lately.
No, but, photosynthesis still does the trick. It's like snacking on peanut shells or something, but it's still something.
Yeah, but you and I both know that photosynthesis doesn't do it all. You still need fertilizer. You still need water.
Sure. Well, some of those emotions you've been dealing with, that's sort of my fertilizer.
Where did you come from?
I've been with you a long, long time. When did you first start having to go to hospitals?
Wait, you can't be...
Can't I?
I think that a lot starts rushing through Chloe's mind, and she starts to realize ever since she started using her powers, she hasn't felt as sick. hasn't been me.
Well, depends how you want to look at it. I can't do anything just on my own. Like I said, I'm here to help. So, you have to direct me, but, yeah, maybe it didn't, come from you initially, but I'm here now and we're together, aren't we?
I don't trust you. You don't. No. No. This is wrong. She
Okay.
turns around and tries to find a way out.
Yeah, and you do get the sense that you are like floating away from Oleander a bit, and the voice becomes more echoey as you gain distance. Like, that's up to you, but at some point you're gonna want to call on me again, and I'll be there. Ready?
Don't bet on it. You can starve for all I care.
And I think you just start getting a weird echoey laugh at that point, and at that point you wake up in a bit of a cold sweat.
Is it still the middle of the night?
Yeah, it's still pretty late. You check the clock and it's 2 a.m. or something.
I think she checks her phone and just sort of rolls over, trying to convince herself that it was just a dream.
All right. Eventually, sleep reclaims you. Dreams are uneventful, much more dreamlike if you have any more. Maybe there's a bunch of stuff with, a goose hydra or something. I don't know why that came to mind, but it did. And so now we all get to think that it's a goose hydra fighting Cerberus.
Go to fight the goose hydra, and then your sword just turns into the head of a goose.
Yeah. Yeah, but just the rest of the night passes fairly uneventfully. Roz. It's one day at school. The classes are over. You're getting ready to go to your class, or go to your clubs rather, and you are going to your locker to put stuff in, get anything you might need out, and you open the locker to find a porcelain doll in the locker.
I immediately grab it and shove it in a pocket or something, and then as soon as possible, if it's between classes, I will rush to a bathroom, take a trash can into a stall, just
Yeah.
do a little spell ritual to not just throw it away, but essentially exorcise it in a way, and just burn it and throw away the ashes.
Sure. So it's after classes, before club, so you're able to go find somewhere to do this, but as you attempt to cast your magics on it, you see some runes pop up on it that you realize are anti-magic runes. And
Blech!
as you are casting this these spells, you hear a voice starting to say in Espanol that I don't know how to say, but Roz would know. La muñeca, mija. Did you really think you could run somewhere and I would not find you? It took a bit, yes, but I am your mother, after all. You cannot escape me forever.
Do I get a sense this is a recording, or is this a live
Recording?
walkie-talkie? Okay, thank God.
Yep. I see what you have been doing here, playing your little games with your little friends. It's okay. You can have your fun. Mother knows best. Mother is coming to collect you.
Oh God! I'm gonna physically dismantle this thing. If I can't magically break it, I'm gonna physically dismantle it, and I'm gonna take each piece and like bury it under a different type of tree, because magic shit.
Yeah, and so, the doll continues to speak for a little bit, saying things of like, "I hope you've been practicing. I'm going to need your help soon enough, but." Do you bother listening to the entirety of the message, or are you just like, nope, kill this thing?
I think I like the idea of like she ends up hearing it, because as long as there's a piece like near her, like, and so as she's like trying to bury each piece, like maybe it gets like quieter, but she can't, like video game style almost, like she can't help but like has to hear all the message before she can break it.
Yeah, and so, yeah, it as the message goes on, she starts getting more unhinged and ranting about the heroes that have wronged her and how they have failed you and your other mother. And it's the same stuff you've heard before, so you're able to kind of just be like, okay, I know where this is going. It's still unpleasant, but
yeah. I think by the time she's finally burying like the last pieces of it, like she's like kind of crying and just like kind of talking to herself under her breath, to like basically repeating, I don't know, let's see, what would she repeat to herself to like I mean, she's not Catholic, so she's not gonna do a prayer. Maybe she's just like literally just reciting like inane, like memorized things. Like maybe this is just something that she has done in the past to like comfort herself when her mom has been extra hard to deal with. Like she's just, maybe it's some like
it could be just like you literally do cast spells. It could literally just be a spell that you specifically use to like ward off evil.
Oh yeah. So yeah, she just is just rattling off. Maybe it's like just a whole heckin' long palindrome that she just like says over and over and over and over.
Yeah.
And so by the time she has it all buried, like her hands are filthy. She's probably broken several nails. Looks crazy if anyone witnessed any of this. And just crying and just like. Has to sit under a tree and like kind of collect herself and kind of wrestle with like, no, really? It's like, how do I tell my team? Should I tell my team? Probably. What do? Mom's coming. Oh no.
Yeah. Have you been burying the parts around school, or have you gone further afield than that?
I think it has to be, because I'm making up magic rules as I go, but like it has to be a different species of tree for like different protective reasons. So like it has to be like an ash and a hawthorn and a juniper, and so she like does have to go walking to like bury them all.
Okay, so we'll say that you end in a public park, and as you are kind of sitting down collecting yourself, you notice that there's an awful lot of beetles collecting on the tree next to you. They start kind of clicking, not quite rhythmically, but they start like they move and they rearrange themselves on the tree trunk to be a sad face emoticon with a question mark.
I don't think I've met Hive Mind. I don't think Roz has met them, right?
I think you did when the group first met you at Throw Your Consideration.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because the buggies all came and like were talking on the table. That's right.
And I was like, some of you are new.
Yeah. Oh yeah. All right, so she's gonna try and like not get dirt in her eyes or ruin her makeup any more than it's already ruined. Yeah, I'm sad.
More bugs start approaching to add to the noise, and once they reach a certain enough mass, they are able to start making noises and approximating speech. And so Hive Mind begins to ask you, why are you sad?
I have been hiding from someone bad, and they found me.
Can you not flee again?
I could, but this was the safest place I could think of. I thought there was no way she would come here. And I mean, kind of gestures like lamely at them and just, my hive is here.
They buzz in an affirmative sound. Yes, the hive. Protection, safety, teamwork.
Right. I'm worried she's gonna come here and do a lot of bad things and maybe somehow make me go back to the life that it wasn't my life. I don't want that anymore. I'm just scared. I think I'm not really sad, I'm just scared.
Our understanding of humans is growing and evolving, but we have learned humans are individuals. You are not a hive. So, what could this queen force you to do what you want? Or are you not your own person?
I am. She's just a lot stronger than me. And if it comes to it and I have to go back with her to stop bad things happening here to my friends, I think I would.
Well, first you should call on your hive. If they are your hive, they will want to help you.
But my hive's in trouble. My hive's a little broken.
Not every hive is perfect. Do what you can with what you have.
You're really nice, Hive Mind. I like you a lot.
Thank you.
Do you know Jebri?
There's a very confused buzzing sound. We do not know this name.
They're like a shadow dude, bud friend.
There's even more like, it's not so much confused buzzing the sound, but like this does ring a bell, but it's like a chaotic and like
individual bugs. I know that guy.
Not quite. It is a concerned buzz for a moment, and it is. You speak of the other.
Is that what you call them?
They are like us, but not. They are other.
I mean, that makes sense. They're not person-shaped. They're not bugs-shaped. They're sort of nice. I mean, I think they're nice. From what I understand, they're trying to be nice.
We have witnessed them. Sometimes they are, as you say, and other times they are learning and experimenting.
Yeah.
And what they do would not always make you happy.
Yeah, from what I understand, homecoming wasn't great last year. Or prom, something. There was a dance, and I think they attacked my hive, which is not great, obviously. But then the other day, they did show up to get me to help my hive faster because they were in trouble.
The other can be benevolent. It can also be cruel.
Well, I guess we're just gonna have to keep being good examples, huh, Hive Mind? Give them something good to learn from.
That would be beneficial, we think. It will not learn from us. We are too different, too dissimilar. It is trying to be human, even though it is not.
Interesting.
We have accepted that we will not be human. It has helped to solidify our consciousness. Though it does make interacting with humans interesting at times.
You are very interesting. And human or not, I still think of you as a friend.
There's a pleased buzzing from some of the bugs there.
Thanks for coming to talk with me, Hive Mind. I'm gonna go find my friends. Are you okay? Is everything cool with you? Are you sad or scared about anything? Did you get any threatening notes?
We are unperturbed by such things. We are multitudes.
Oh, your legion. That's nice.
Is there something about your queen that we should keep watch for?
Oof. Yeah, she is really good at fighting, but that doesn't help narrow it down. There are a lot of superheroes in this town.
Indeed.
She likes using shadows. She casts magic, and she's got just like a metric fuck ton of little minions, little shadow guys. Have you seen Kingdom Hearts?
The confused buzzing. You think maybe Hive Mind is not up on pop culture?
There. Just like if like not the other, like an other. If you see little shadowy, gross dudes that aren't Jebri, that's her probably.
Noted.
And stay away from her. I don't want anything bad to happen to you.
We are the Hive. We are Hive Mind. We will do what we think is best.
Okay, love you, man. Gotta go, bye.
Just one very fluffy bumblebee comes up and like boofs you on the cheek before flying away.
Got a bee boof. It can be that bad. Okay, I'll leave the part.
All right. Let's cut now back to Kevin in the recovery room in a rare moment where none of you all are there. Maybe it's during school or something is happening, but currently it is Kevin alone in the room, and the TV in the room has been left on, as tends to happen when you don't have visitors. And it is a local news report. I mean, one of the like main affiliate stations, but still local news. And it's talking about part of this is for the audience's benefit, but some of this you'll see soon enough. You will start picking up on this. And so the news report is talking about it's the 10-year anniversary since Paragon sacrificed himself to save the planet, essentially. And this is, meta-human history that most people are aware of, Paragon was the one of the original leaders of the Paladins, but was so powerful that his protection and reach, extended globally, not just in the United States. And 10 years ago, this week, he perished, saving the world from a powerful alien artificial intelligence that was starting to try and take over the world. And they give a brief synopsis of that everyone here obviously knows, because you all know the history of this world, and this isn't the first time you're hearing it. But that the AI was powered, so Paragon, alien from the planet Argon, one of the last of his kind, came here chasing a evil alien named Malice. Eventually caught and defeated Malice, sent them back to space jail, but Paragon decided to stay here and keep hanging out with humanity and protecting the planet. And in that time helped establish and codify the Paladins. But because it's pretty much always the planet's first line of defense, helped train up Omna, who essentially became his successor, and has just been almost the definition of a hero. The best of the best, incorruptible, and everyone thought that he was immortal and would always be there until this alien AI showed up that was essentially powered by and running on pieces of Argonite, which are, of course, fragments of the home planet Argon that somehow make Paragon weaker. And so in the final act of heroics, he took the central processor of this alien AI and flew it out of Earth's atmosphere, which took away its ability to control the other electronics and stuff that it was trying to do. But it did negate his powers, and so he put himself on course for the sun, and so people gather that he probably froze to death in space and plummeted with this AI core into the sun. But which was, of course, a terrible tragedy. But throughout the time of Paragon's time in the public eye, a similar being, Paragal, showed up at one point, a younger version, somewhat more headstrong, but after Paragon's passing, kind of forced herself to mature a bit and has not taken on the same leadership role as Paragon has, but does kind of act as more of a, still sort of a planetary defender, has not aligned herself as strongly with the Paladins and such, but still is an active hero, and indeed is here in Port Arbor for the memorial, as it were, because this is sort of where Paragon made his base. It's also where he set off from Earth with the alien AI. Pause for a drink. And so, Kevin, as this news report is going, every time there's mention of Paragon or Argonite or anything about him and his history, you are much more aware of it than you have been of anything else this past nebulous time period for you. And the news report kind of finishes with Paragal giving a moving speech about our hero, my hero, may be gone, but we must never forget, and we must never give up hope. And kind of as she finishes saying that, you come back to consciousness. And like it's not a snap. It's like you are, even though you were becoming more aware of as it was saying this, as you actually come back to consciousness, it is very much like, oh, super groggy and like, coming out of anesthesia from surgery or something. But you can kind of hear the news reporters still talking about, and the celebrations in honor of Paragon are ongoing throughout the week, and we will keep you up to date of all the events happening this week. And shortly after that, you start hearing some of your monitors start beeping and stuff, and nurses come rushing in because they're like, oh, he's awake. And soon enough, there's enough other excitement happening that you can't quite hear the rest of the news report. But you are back amongst the land of the living, and I guess I'll leave this up to you, David. Is Kevin, does the chrysalis break, or what is the state of that at the moment?
I think maybe there's like a flash or something, and it kind of dies off. And as I kind of coalesce, I find myself inside of this dark metal shell with little cracks in it, and I just kind of start pushing out, and I see a hand and whatnot. But yeah, I kind of break out of the abdomen of Chrysalis's shell.
What does he look like?
Chest burster.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So he has, I'm not good at describing people, but kind of like, black brown hair, teenager, 18-ish. Kind of think blue eyes, young, kind of tall, muscular. Yeah. Where's my thing? There you go. I can get a picture on.
He's on screen
sheet.
now.
Okay. So it looks like that.
Looks like a year 7 Neville Longbottom. Handsome, confident, bushy eyebrows. That's it.
There we go. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god, a baby.
Yeah, very much
I
to
mean,
people
basically.
in world looks very, very much like a young Paragon. Like exactly like what Paragon would have looked like as a teenager.
Yeah, though people don't fully know that because Paragon did maintain, the hero persona of Paragon, which
That's true. One of the things Paragon would have done is he kind of hid his face by having his laser eyes just emit a bunch of light all the time. So I guess they wouldn't
terrifying.
know that. Anyone who knew Paragon.
So whenever people tried to take pictures of him, it's just a flash of light over his face.
Like a cat.
It's always blue light. Like
That's
even
so
not
cool.
pictures, just when you see him as Paragon, it's just blue light obscuring his face.
So did Kevin have dark hair as a wee bairn before turning into Bugman?
I don't think so. No, he doesn't look anything like Kevin at all.
Whoa. Oh my god.
Yeah, so this is going to be a shock for Roz, who saw human baby Kevin, but Chloe and Subrina, unless you've seen old pictures of Kevin, you have no idea what he was like as a flesh being.
I don't know when this happened, but I really want Ross to just come back from the bathroom or something and just be like, hi.
Yeah, so this happened while you all were out at school, but you get a message from one of the on-duty nurses a couple hours after
Was
this
it
has all
Dawn?
happened and like they have figured things out. Would you have given Dawn your numbers, or?
I mean, whatever nurse is on duty has our numbers in case something happens.
It's true.
Yeah. Gosh. Let me just roll a D2 quickly.
I imagine we're the emergency contacts because he doesn't have parents.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So the person sending the message does not specify who they are. They're just like, Kevin's awake. You should come see him.
Total Dawn move.
It's fucking
Sounds
Dawn.
like Dawn.
What a prick.
Yeah, no empathy.
We're together. We all just get like a buzz. We all look down. We look at each other and then just go.
Yeah, just
Like
sprint.
literally in the middle of class, we're just like, bye.
Yep. Fuck the authority.
Yeah, no pretense. Gotta go.
Mhm.
All right. So you all.
Dramatically burst through the door, all three ladies, just like,
We're all like positioned like Charlie's Angels. Sorry.
but harried.
Gosh. Part of me wants to do this scene as like you burst into the room and you just see the broken open shell of Chrysalis on the bed.
Oh, they. I mean, that makes sense. Maybe they got a wheelchair for him and were like, let's take you over here to get some x-rays. Like,
Just
you
standing by
do
the
in
window.
fact Indeed have bones. And so we burst in the room and he's just cracked open.
And then the
He's-
back.
Ah!
All right, let's let you all have a moment with that.
Is that him?
Oh my
God.
god!
That's nothing. That's nothing. That is just.
His juices came out!
They said he was up. They said he was up, but this is
Oh my
definitely down.
Don't just make sure you don't step in him!
There's nothing in there.
Is he an ooze?
He was
Is this
Ooze!
now
Kevin!
Maybe they put him in a bucket!
You
Yelling
hear a
into the
flush
hole.
from the bathroom.
Oh
and
my
the door
god!
opens.
And probably in a very different voice than what you would have heard Kevin as before. We're just been like, hey, sorry I had to pee. It's been a while.
Who are you?
Oh, Kevin. Sorry, yeah, Kevin. Hi,
You're Kevin.
Roz, Subrina, Chloe.
Okay. Our names
Kevin.
are literally on the board over there with our phone numbers.
Tell us something only Kevin would know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're being really casual about all of this, which honestly is something that Kevin would do.
That's
But-
fair.
True.
Anybody who knows Kevin would know that that's what he would do. So,
That's true.
Mhm.
So, all right. So very reasonably, someone deduced that I, Kevin, was Chrysalis. Came here, killed me, and replaced me as a person
by looking nothing like you.
by looking nothing like me.
Yeah, it does sound crazy.
I
Seems
knew
like a
as
really
a
good plan.
child was ginger. I've decided
Mhm.
this for you.
Sure.
Okay, no one I know is that sarcastic. It's definitely Kevin.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's good.
Okay, when I was in your body, you were goo.
Mm-hmm.
You weren't a person in a shell. So what?
Correct.
How?
I stopped being
hatch?
goo.
Wait,
Yeah.
Did
hold the phone. Were you a literal chrysalis?
Yeah.
You went through a metamorphosis.
Yeah.
Did you
That
know
was
the whole
puberty?
time?
Huh? Wait, sorry. I don't know if it counts as puberty, right? It was some sort of experimentation by my dad.
right?
But did I know the whole time I would stop being this? No, I surmised it from the name of the project, Project Chrysalis. So-
Oh. Dude, that must have sucked. I am so sorry.
Are you
Yeah.
feeling okay?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm feeling pretty good. I think, I don't quite remember exactly what it was like to feel this way before, but I think this is normal.
And clearly your organs work.
Mm-hmm.
That's
I
good.
I gotta say, don't like it.
How's
Kinda
eating?
weird.
What did you eat? Was it good? Jello?
Yeah, some hospital food. It
Mm.
was fine. I enjoyed it.
Mm.
Yeah, but I imagine it's not good, right? That's always the thing. Everyone says
Yeah.
it's bad. So I figure let's make sure to keep that in mind.
Yes.
We're gonna get you some fruit you!
Yeah.
Kevin!
Mhm.
Subrina like slowly puts her arms out. You can hug us
Hey!
now. just group hug, Kevin.
Aw, you're so much taller than you used to be, and yet shorter than you more recently used to be.
Yeah.
You're so conventionally handsome now.
You
I
really
had
are.
noticed that. Yes. I'm not gonna lie. It was one of the first things I checked when I had access to moving around and looking
What
in
was
mirrors
the
and
second
stuff.
thing?
What was the second thing I checked? We don't need to talk about that.
Okay.
But
Okay, sorry.
I think Chloe starts to get a little lightheaded, and she goes and finds a chair before she passes out.
Are you okay?
This is just a lot of excitement.
Plus, you hate hospitals.
I
Yeah.
do hate
oh yeah.
hospitals.
You've been discharged. Can we go? Can we get out? Can we get Froyo like
Are-
nowish?
We've
Are-
not
is
been
everything
discharged
working
yet.
right?
Still a few more tests to check, but
Fucking Dawn.
Oh yeah, Dawn's the worst.
He seemed
Yeah.
nice.
You know-
He texted you guys.
Yeah, we knew. Sorry, Chloe, you were saying?
Oh, yeah, no, sorry. I was just remembering how Dawn kept on watering the plants when I told him not to. I would water the plants, and he just kept on watering the plants, and they died because he overwatered them.
Yeah, I
But-
definitely saw him put Sprite in at one point.
What?
Mm-hmm.
What a bastard.
Oh my god.
When I asked him why he was doing it, he said that he read that it was good for him.
Misinformed bullshit. Kevin,
Hmm.
I am so glad that you're okay.
All right.
I really thought for a second that you might be gone, and I'm glad that you're not.
Me too.
Sorry, this has all been a lot.
Yeah, for sure. 100%. Sorry. I'm trying to be a little chill about
You're super chill about it.
things.
It's a little unsettling.
It's very Kevin. Can I pile on?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, I got a message from my parents on my planet, and the coordinates for how we can like find them and stuff. We might have to break into CERN.
Yes. All right.
Wait, do you still have powers?
Yes.
She like
That's part
looks
of me
very
trying to
intensely at you.
stay
Tries
little
to read
chill.
him. Can you read my mind?
There's probably like a chunk of Kevin that's missing, and it's like embedded in a wall somewhere. Like I probably just pushed it off too hard. Like yeah, so I got to be a little careful about.
So what
stuff.
can you do now?
I haven't tested much, but I'll kind of just like float up off the ground and like, hey!
Yay, flying buddies! But can you like read my mind still?
Nope.
What?
No
Oh, no.
psychicness, no telekinesis. I tried all that stuff. Seems like that energy kind of got redirected inwards.
So why don't you look like you used to look? You don't look like
I don't know.
your child self. You don't look like your dad. You don't look like, I don't know if I ever saw your mom.
But
Well,
what did he,
I don't know who my mom is, so I don't know. Maybe
Okay, your dad. You don't look like your dad.
well, what did he used to look like?
not like this at all.
Ginger, so many freckles.
Oh.
Aw.
Green eyes. Very huggable.
Oh yeah, that's a recessive gene. That shouldn't change after puberty.
I mean,
Is that
I don't
what
think any
happens?
of those genes change during puberty.
Yeah, no, well, that's just the thing is that like some people when they're younger, like they'll come out blonde, and then when they get older,
Oh.
their hair gets darker.
Yeah. I knew plenty of kids growing up that were like that. Yeah. Yeah, and then like when you're really little, you have blue eyes, and they might become brown when you like were like 2 or something. Yeah.
Like kittens.
Kittens.
Only
Kevin.
a giant metal bug thing.
Mhm.
And you
I'm
know,
gonna drink some water. You guys keep talking.
it's really strange to me that you popped out, basically born hatched out of a bug egg, and you're so fucking ripped. Like, what's up with that?
I think it's probably the super strength stuff. I
That
don't
makes
know.
sense.
Mhm.
You need to be
Again,
discharged.
yeah, we'll see. I want to get home and see if maybe Elena can now reveal the next stage of whatever my dad's experiment stuff was.
Did
Ooh.
she know this whole time?
Yeah, I mean, she's the one who gave me access to the Project Chrysalis stuff, but apparently under his instruction. I don't know. So, I mean, I don't have control over Elena, so it's.
But I'm mad now.
So, so your parent experimented on you, turned you into a bug thing, shell, and then didn't they I forget, did they leave?
They left, and then I became a bug guy, and then Elena was like, oh, by the way, Project Chrysalis, here's some files on it. Here's how we make the goo that keeps you alive. Yeah.
Oh boy.
That was kind of the rundown.
We all live very difficult lives, don't we?
Yeah, but Sabrina, congratulations, your parent can come here.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
awesome.
yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So CERN, high on the priority list.
Already was.
Well, I
Super.
feel like that figuring out what's going on with you is kind of up there.
I mean, I'm hoping I get an update. If not, honestly, it's kind of old hat, right? Like,
Well, no, it's not.
I've been used to the idea that Project Chrysalis was a thing for a long time. I understand that I probably didn't talk to you guys about it nearly as much as I should have now that I'm having to explain everything. But
Listen, Kevin, like, we understand that you're like totally cool with all of this and like it was expected or whatever, but we really should figure out what your powers are before we try and do anything crazy.
oh, yeah, for sure.
Danger
Yeah,
room party.
true on that. And again, I not saying I'm not concerned or that this is whatever to me. I'm just not surprised, I guess would be the thing, right?
Okay.
Like I'm used to
Uh-huh.
these ideas, but yeah, it's obviously concerning. This is a
I
big
think we can
change.
cover the surprise part for you. We
Yeah,
totally got
we
that
got
part
that.
just
Oh,
on
yeah.
lock.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean, to be fair, you did really somehow healthily adjust to being goo inside a bug that didn't eat or speak.
You're just like the chillest person in the world. I mean, other than Gareth.
Yeah.
Mhm. David is Kevin is definitely comparable to Gareth.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
sure. I love that compliment. Thank you.
Chloe's just looking him up and down, going like, "This is nothing like Gareth."
Damn.
You're gonna be so popular at school, all the girls are gonna like fall over you.
Yeah, I guess.
You'll have to battle me for superiority.
That's true.
Okay.
I mean, maybe you guys should.
Okay, you're just gonna fist fight me for popularity superiority, Kevin?
I mean,
have
Kevin
to
can probably
fight
kick your
just
ass
to get
now.
there.
Yeah, I wouldn't go that far. He's a newborn giraffe. I've got skills.
Okay.
You guys could always just pretend to date, and then nobody else would be able to date you.
Or you could actually date. Sorry.
Would
they-
Why would they actually
I
date?
don't-
I'm comfortable with the friendship being what it is for this moment. If things change, they change. But this is what I'm comfortable with at the moment. We'll say that.
Yeah. You were just born.
Yeah, you know what? I don't know what sorry, I don't know what I was thinking. Sabrina's been getting in my head lately. Do you guys like? Is it hot in here? I need to. She just like stumbles out the door.
Well, I'm glad that you are back, and I'm excited. I'm gonna go make sure she's okay. Also, I've been learning the guitar. I'm not very good at it, but I'll play it for you sometime. I'll be back, bye.
Okay, bye.
She's really not very good.
Oh, okay.
But it's
So-
it's really good effort. Yes, go on.
I think they said I have a few more tests, but then I'm gonna probably head home.
You like have bones and everything now.
Mm-hmm. That's what
Huh.
they say.
Does it feel
feels
weird?
like I have bones, so I'm gonna touch my knuckles with my teeth.
Can you be injured now?
Oh, I mean, yes, actually, yes, they did. They drew some blood earlier, so yes, I can be injured.
Oh, I just spilled water all over my desk.
All right.
Cool.
Maybe that is a good sign that we should take a break, as everyone has reacted to new Kevin, and we'll probably pick back up after our break with him getting discharged and heading home. But
Yay.
we should take a break. It's been, we're at about the halfway point, so do a stretch, get some water, have a snack, take your meds, all that good stuff.
Clean up your
And we'll be
spills.
back. Yep. We'll be back in 10 to 15 minutes. Don't go anywhere. Hello, Internet. We're back from our break, and I hope you had a refreshing break. We certainly did. Yeah. We're going to get back to it pretty quickly, but just want to say a couple things. Thank you everyone who was hanging out during chat. It was very active in the first half. Hopefully you keep the energy up for the second half. Ooh, yeah. I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway.
You and me both.
Yep. I never know what I'm doing. Why am I allowed to run games? Yeah. Let's see. So, last we left off, Kevin had emerged from his chrysalis and is now a flesh boy once again. And yes, that is the official terminology for it. No. But is now in a humanoid body once again, with apparently some kind of new power set, though the extent of which has not yet been fully determined. The rest of the team was told, hey, you should come visit him because he's awake now, and we're met with the surprise of new Kevin, who this, and had a very sweet reunion. But eventually the rest of the team was ushered out so that the medical staff could finish their tests on Kevin and ultimately discharge him to head back home with Roz. And so we will pick up then with the two of you getting back home to your house.
Throws the door open. Elena!
I
Welcome
think that
home, Roz.
Sorry, go on.
I was gonna say, I think as I come in, I get like scanned or whatever, and it is just like Elena being like, Project Chrysalis Phase 2,
Yeah.
go this way, and like leads me to some like wall that unlocks.
Yeah, and so Roz approaches, gets scanned, goes in. Kevin, you approach, and it takes longer than usual. And Elena's voice goes like extra robotic, and like recorded. She says, "Delta Protocol conditions detected, Phase 2 activated," and then like returns. And as you said, a secret door opens up to like a different part of your dad's old workshop.
What the hell?
All right. I'm gonna go through the secret door. Obviously, I would have been expecting something like that.
How are you so chill, Kevin?
Yeah, been through it before, right? Like, I don't. It's not that I'm chill. It's that I don't have my hopes up about what this is gonna be.
Fair.
Is
Elena,
Kevin
am I
just
allowed?
depressed?
Oh! He's so anxious that he's given up. Oh. Elena, am I allowed to go in this secret room? Also, with Kevin?
In her more normal voice, she says, technically you are not supposed to, but I know Kevin will just share this information with you anyway, so I will override the protocols that would prevent you from entering. And you see, like, in one corner of the room, like, a panel that's lit away and a turret had started to drop down, and it's like...
Thanks, Elena.
Pretty rad, Elena. Still pretty pissy, but thanks, man.
And this secret room is actually fairly small. It's mostly just like there's one wall that you can kind of see is like, oh, these could emerge to be like file cabinets or like drawers of some kind. But other than that, it's just like a lounge chair and a monitor that the chair is in front of.
All right, I'll just sit down in the chair.
And as you do, almost like it's, weight activated or something, the monitor flickers on and you see a recording of your dad. And he begins by saying, well, son, Kevin, it's been a long road, but if you're seeing this, then that means Project Chrysalis has been a success. Now, you may have a lot of questions about what's going on, and the files you'll gain access to should answer most of them after this. But, let's start with the obvious. What the hell happened to you? Well, as you know, turned you into a bug. But it was for a good reason. It was both for your sake and the sake of a dear friend of mine. My friend, Lewis Carter, who most of the world knows better as Paragon. Yep. I won't say we were best buds, but we were certainly close. And what with me being, somewhat of an expert in xenobiology, kind of became his go-to guy for medical concerns. And, well, he knew that something would eventually get him. He didn't know what exactly, but he figured this world would need a Paragon. And, no disrespect to Paragal or, to Lewis's son, but he wanted to ensure that there was some backup, some contingency. And so he let me sample some of his DNA and run some experiments on it. And we determined that with the right chemicals applied and whatnot, we could splinch DNA from his species into people, into humans. Now, why you? Well, you may not remember this, but you were pretty sick as a kid. I kept it from you because I was scared and selfish, but things were not going to go well for you if things continued, and so we started Project Chrysalis. And like I said, most of these details will be in the files, but essentially combined your DNA with Paragon's, and part of the process was we had to apply Argonite to the DNA to, make it so that it could synthesize with human DNA. But I think, you may need to confirm this for yourself if you can get your hands on some, but as part of the process, it should also have made you immune to Paragon's weakness to Argonite. So, you got some science ahead of you, son. For the next little bit, he goes into some very hyper-technical jargon to try and you see he becomes like more comfortable as he's doing that, but then he eventually gets back to and now I suppose the next question is, where am I? Why aren't I there for that? I wish I had a good answer for you, Kevin, but I'm still doing important work, but I can't be there right now. I'm sorry, I don't have anything better than that to say. I know it makes me a terrible father, but I am proud of you, son. And I know that you're going to do amazing things. I'm sure you have done them already, but especially now. I'll try to get back home. But for now, just try and be the best man that you can be. Okay. And then he like approaches the camera and turns it off.
I'll just stand up. That's a lot to process. Honestly, I was just guessing it was just 100% he was an asshole the whole way through at this point, but maybe it wasn't 100%. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird to think about. I mean, still definitely mostly an asshole, right?
Yeah, no,
Okay.
just because his heart was in the right place doesn't mean it wasn't like super fucked up.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely some, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And at some point,
Hugsies.
yeah, I'll do hugs. And could maybe now, like, of the wall, like, open up in the Paragon costume.
Yep, so some of the the wall slides forward, some of the panels move to the side, and there is a costume there. It's Elena's voice chimes on and says, "We will be able to tailor it to your physique. We were not entirely sure how you would emerge, but this is an homage, as it were, and it is fairly similar to Paragon's costume, updated for fashion sensibilities in the past 10 years. And Elena continues by saying, your father did not know what the state of things with Paragon's relations would be when Phase 2 finally began, but Paragon will almost certainly soon be aware of your being, your existence, especially if you do continue with your hero work. And, well, your father left some plans available to, for how to approach her, depending on her demeanor, but you and I both know your father was not the best people person, so you may wish to disregard those plans and figure it out.
I think I'll just go see her. That seems more right than trying to brief myself. Thanks, Elena.
Yeah, thanks, Elena.
Roz, you are aware I can detect sarcasm.
Yeah! It was just for you, baby!
It's all right, Elena. They haven't gotten used to that. You are not able to break these protocols, so don't worry. Okay, so shit. So what do we? All right, so Roz, what do we do? Right?
Apparently, your dad had just decided when you were some sick little guy of like, oh, I'm just gonna make a clone of Paragon, and my son's totally gonna be chill with it, and I'm just gonna like make him a little costume, and like he's totally gonna be a hero. It's gonna be totally fine because this is my plan for my son's life. That's fucked up, Kevin. This is fucked up. This is like a whole like, it's a museum of fuckingness, and I don't love it for you.
Okay.
But also, if you're into it, that's cool too. Honestly, best case scenario.
I mean, into continuing to do hero work. I'm glad that I can do that. We'll have to see. We'll have to talk to Paragon
How?
or Paragal.
Yeah. How are you feeling? Like, specifically that you're you, but also like you're a little bit somebody else, and you're supposed to like pick up where they left off. Like, how are you?
I mean, having a strong sense of self hasn't really been a major aspect of my psyche for a while now, so that doesn't feel very different. But yeah, honestly, the thing that's hitting me more than anything is that apparently I was sick, which is weird that I didn't know about and stuff, that it was in some way a good thing. Because, I thought maybe it was something to help me at first, but then he just kept not being here for years. So I just assumed he was an asshole. But
yeah, I mean, if there was this whole plan and like all of this was all set up, you think maybe there could have been a little bit more communication so that you wouldn't just like going completely into it blind, or like while you were struggling and being like goo in a bug shell, there maybe could have been like, hey, Elena, like maybe.
Any number of things. I mean, also the dad's friend Lewis was Paragon. That's pretty huge. We probably shouldn't spread that around because he guess he's got a kid, and maybe I do vaguely remember him having a little kid, but probably don't want secret identities getting out about
Props
that.
Not. What do you want to do? Where do you want to go from here?
I think probably talk to everyone else. And then probably I mean, we had to tell Paragal, and we had to tell the Paladins, right? If they don't already know, if the hospital isn't like, we got Paragon's DNA on file, Kevin showed up as Paragon.
Yeah, Bug is now boy.
Well, so the hospital was in Paladin's HQ.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
Yep. So you don't necessarily know for sure that they have put the 2 and 2 together yet, but they are aware of like, oh, you are now a fleshy boy.
Flesh boy, yes, TM.
Yep.
Also, I guess we're in kind of trouble.
We're in trouble?
Right? I got told a little bit about the fallout of what happened
destroying the city blocks.
And I mean, not gonna lie, public opinion wise, great way to dodge any sort of consequences.
Yeah.
Is
we've all been just not costuming up. We just kind of, we're like, consequences? I don't know her.
Okay. I do kind of want to try on the Paragon costume.
I mean,
that would be fun.
Like, as fucked up as it is, like, honestly, like, it is pretty cool.
Yeah, it is exciting that it's sort of that. But yeah, no, I don't know. Weird tangle of emotions. So
I sense a lot of deep introspective conversations in our future.
For sure. We should probably tell everyone.
Yeah. Do you want to suit up first, or?
Yeah, let's have Elena make the real quick adjustments, and then
fashion show.
Just text people to meet us at the Paladin HQ.
I was gonna say Froyo, but
I'm not going in the Paragon costume.
Put a hoodie on.
I mean, I guess unless I change into normal clothes, and then could do a dramatic reveal. But anyways, True. I do want Froyo. So let's do that. I'll pack up the Paragon
Okay.
clothes. We'll
Or
go
wear
to
it underneath a
Froyo.
hoodie and sweats.
I mean, maybe. I'm gonna tap like there's like little gold armor plating along the arms and sides. I'm like, I don't know how well. I mean, if someone touches me, it's gonna be obvious.
It's true.
I don't know how often
Maybe-
people just touch people though. Is that a thing?
Kinda.
Have you met Sabrina? You know Sabrina does
Also,
that
we
constantly.
literally hugged you 10 seconds after realizing.
I
you
just
were
mean
a
in the
plant.
general public. Like other people are allowed to know that you guys are gonna know I have a costume. So whatever.
Yeah, live
yeah.
and learn. Maybe it's really cool and special, and your dad and Elena made it so we can like, or I could cast a spell on it and make it.
That's fine. I'll just just wear it under my clothes. That's
Cool,
fine.
okay.
I'll figure it out.
You could also
But
just
yeah, it's
throw
just
it in
like
a backpack
blue.
or something.
It's just blue and gold, and it has like armor plating on the shoulders and down the arm and on the like ribs and whatnot. And then there's no like Superman symbol in the chest. It's off to kind of the like where like a police badge would be kind of thing. There's a like a gold symbol of a ringed planet. And yeah, no cape. Because no cape.
Yep.
Nuggets. Love it. Super rad. Roz applauds when he comes out of the changing room because there is one.
Yeah, for sure. I probably have to find it. I'm like, where are the bathrooms? I
think
Okay.
like as you are starting to head out, Elena says, by the way, I've ordered extra supplies of toilet paper and like other thing, like just toiletries. It's like now there are 2 humans living in this home.
Oh yeah, and I'm gonna need a lot of like food and stuff.
Yeah.
And I probably need to learn how to cook.
If you wanna.
I mean, it
But
seems
also, yeah.
weird to not be able to cook like at all.
You'd be surprised.
Because like I remember making like easy stuff, but I was a kid, so it's been a minute. Anyways, let's froyo, and I'm gonna text
Yeah.
people. Gonna go get some froyo, folks. Head on down.
Yep.
The grand reveal at the Froyo place.
Hey guys, we got Elena dropped the take of the century on us. Meet us at Froyo.
Be there in 10.
Soon enough, you're all up for your consideration. What was your poor hapless coworker's name again?
Vincent.
Vincent is there. There's a couple others on shift with him, so he's not as frantic as the time Roz just abandoned him. But he doesn't really want to make eye contact with you, Roz, as you are on the other side of the counter.
I think she even comes in like hood up and she's like, I don't work here. What? She's probably skipped quite a few shifts, honestly, because of Kevin being in the hospital and like kind of at short notice, like, you know what? No, I don't feel up to it today. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
So she comes in like, shh, secrets.
Yep.
Okay, so what's the deal?
Yeah, did you figure out about all of this stuff?
Like, what do you mean? Like me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like,
Oh,
Well-
wasn't sure what all of this stuff meant.
No,
Well-
Kevin, the froyo.
Well, I'm gonna have like 3 things of froyo in front of me with different groupings of
Oh.
toppings.
buddy.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay, yeah, no, the pressing issues, yes, yeah, we figured it out.
Good.
So, apparently, I was very sick as a child,
Oh.
and my dad, in his infinite wisdom, decided to turn me into a clone of Paragon, and that fixed it.
The
Huh.
alien?
Yep.
Are you part alien?
I think I'm all alien. I don't know. Maybe some human.
Scans, right?
I don't know. Paragon looked human.
Whoa. We're like twins now. Wait.
I mean, we're as much twins as we are both twins to any random human.
So, what you're saying is that you were sick as a kid, and rather than trying to cure whatever you had, your dad's idea was, I'm going to turn my kid into something that's not sick?
Yep. Also, apparently, Paragon had a hand in this plan. So.
Like before he flew into the sun?
Yep.
Whoa.
Maybe he did it because he felt so guilty about how fucked up.
Yeah,
I
like,
don't think
how did
that's it?
how did you find all this out? Did your robot lady tell you?
A recording of my dad.
Oh. Oh. Okay. Did he say he was sorry?
I mean,
No, I don't think so.
he was like, "Oh, I was selfish to do this to you and not tell you about it, but also I'm super proud of you." Like, you ain't even know.
Did he tell you where he went?
Nope. He said he couldn't.
What, is he like a super spy or something? Oh, well, does he consider, I'm kidding, no offense, but does he consider this a good thing? Because it feels like this is like, though it is a good thing, it is like really inappropriate to do science on people. I've found out that it's bad to do science on people when they don't consent to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I learned how to say no.
And I think it's kind of weird that this guy has the capability to literally turn you into the most powerful being that we've had on this planet so far, but he still wasn't capable of curing your disease.
I feel like he chose me because I was sick, not because he couldn't cure the disease. I don't
Like,
think
because
it was.
you were like gonna die anyways, and he's like, well, just in case.
I don't know. I know Paragon was involved, so that he wouldn't have been able to do it without Paragon's help.
So, like, are you, like, related to Paragirl?
I don't know. I don't know if Paragirl and Paragon are related. I don't think they.
Oh, was
Yeah,
that
I don't know.
racist of me?
I'm not
No.
gonna touch that. But
Oh.
she's either gonna like you or she's gonna really hate you, dude. You're gonna have to like tread carefully here. Okay.
Should we go?
Yeah.
She might also just be like wildly uncomfortable.
What do you
about
mean
your
go?
existence.
I mean, like, should we go, like, talk to her? What's
Right
the plan?
now? Do you know where she
I don't know.
is?
I wouldn't. Honestly, I would wait and
Go
see
through
if she
proper
comes. Yeah,
Channels.
I'd wait and see if she comes to you.
All right. Okay. See, this is why I need advice in times like this. So, my instinct is to just go find her and get the talk over with.
Yeah,
But
that would fly when you were a weird bug dude, but now you're
I mean, it makes sense.
But he's really attractive, so, like, he can get away with a lot of stuff, too.
Also, like,
not as
In my-
not the same stuff though.
in my mind,
Oddly enough, there's not a lot of overlap there.
That's
because
true.
like,
the Venn diagram of handsome and giant metal bug guy doesn't have a big
And
crossover.
things that they can get away with.
it's like Elena / Kevin's dad seemed to allude that Paragirl will know that he exists now. So
Ooh.
in my mind, it's more polite to be like, knock knock, I'm a clone of Paragon, instead of like, come seek me out and ask me your questions.
But to be fair, she's been, of that world for longer, so maybe it's her responsibility as the elder alien to go do that.
Maybe. What if we go to Paladin HQ and be like, can you call Paragal? This is what's the what.
A mediator.
We need to
yes.
talk.
I don't want to go to work.
I feel like they absolutely have to know that I'm
We
the clone of
also-
Paragal.
Yeah, also, we're gonna go there anyway to do our Peril Parlor party.
What?
Yeah, I gotta test out my new,
Oh, right.
my new powers.
Yeah.
What did you call it?
The Peril Parlor? We're having a party?
Oh, Peril Parter, probably.
just all got
all the Paragal stuff was making it hard for me to follow the words, but yes.
Yes. Okay. All right. Well, after the froyo, though.
Yes.
We have to find out what Kevin's favorite topping is.
I like the idea that the reason why Kevin has 3 different ones is because it's each of our 3, like all 3 of us, like each of our favorite, and we're like, which one do you like?
Sabrina's is just the most sugary thing. All of the toppings. So I have a question. Also, can we still call you Kevin at school?
Yeah. I mean, and I don't know, unless I want to be a transfer student. I don't know. It seems dark. Seems dark to have Kevin killed off, and I'm going to be living at Kevin's house. I think I should just be Kevin.
Just
I think
be
that
Kevin.
makes more sense.
Just let
says
people
that?
know that you
Definitely.
Who says
hatched.
Kevin's dead?
Maybe
Flint's not
Kevin.
dead.
Flint isn't dead. Neither is Hector.
But I
Or
mean,
May.
Kevin wouldn't be anywhere if I'm not Kevin. There's just no
Yeah.
I
So are we
definitely
just
agree
gonna?
with- You should definitely stay Kevin. I definitely agree with that. Not for any other reason than the fact that, like, if you were a super hot new transfer student, it would really cramp my style.
Got it. That's true. That's And
Hey,
if I just come
it's
in
totally-
and Kevin, everyone will still be like he was a weird bug guy. Maybe they'll still give me space. So that would be nice.
Everyone loves what is it? The makeover stories. So
Oh yeah.
I don't know,
Shit,
man.
you're right.
Really-
There's a bunch of TV shows on that stuff.
You really
it.
don't know how teenagers work, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, I
haven't
mean,
been paying
all
that
you
much
have to do
attention.
all you have to do as a girl is take off your glasses and let down your hair, and everyone's like, "Oh my gosh, she's so hot!" Like, it's gonna be like, I'm sorry, Roz, but I've seen enough TV shows to know that Kevin's gonna be the new talk of the town.
Oh, you know what? Do
Maybe
you
for
think
a
that
little while.
maybe we can do the opposite here? Hold on. Chloe's gonna like reach into her bag and pull out like a spare pair of glasses and hand them to Kevin and says, "Try these on."
All right. I'll just take them off. Like, it's hard to see with those. No thanks.
We can.
He was still super hot. Did you see that?
We can get like non-prescription glasses.
What the fuck?
On, but
I don't think I need a disguise. We'll see. I think I'm good.
Maybe
I
I'll push
honestly
you into
don't
a
know how
puddle
you
of
got away
mud.
with it before.
I mean, but I did. And so this must be easier because I will have a superhero costume.
That's fair.
Let's see what the paladins have to say about it.
And if you start to dethrone me at school, we'll have
Okay.
words.
I can do something weird and get everyone
It'll
to not.
just be charming. You're too hot. Like you don't understand.
This maybe is something for experimentation. What I have to do to not be popular, but also not be violent, because I don't want anyone to think I'm a
You know
just
what?
truly bad person.
I could spread a really weird rumor about you. Like
I don't know.
Oh no.
that you shed your
We'll
skin
see.
every night,
Whoa.
or
Also,
like,
But then what if that backfires on you?
why would that backfire on me? Everyone loves
'Cause
me.
but you'd be seen to be my friend, and you're saying bad stuff about me.
Oh, that's true.
Also, guys. Kevin's in the gardening club.
Yeah.
And now this is Kevin. And
E-
I'm also in the gardening club. And
yeah.
this is me. And you guys are in the gardening club, and this is you. We have the hottest people in our school in the gardening club. We'll have no privacy.
I feel like you guys are being awfully presumptuous about exactly how popular Kevin's gonna be. Like he hasn't even been to school yet.
That's true.
That's true.
But I've seen enough shows to know that that's how it goes.
I just feel threatened by him being around, so.
Can be very aloof and not talk to people.
Kevin,
That's gonna make it worse. No.
You're the worst at this.
Worst ideas.
You have to be just very interested in people. No, wait, that can backfire too. Shit, we're just gonna have to play it by ear, guys.
Okay.
But first, Paladin HQ.
Zoom.
We'll cross that bridge when we get to it, but I'm trying to figure out which is going to be funnier, if like
We'll
people are
burn that
fawning
bridge
over
when we
Kevin,
get to
or if it's just like people are just so nonplussed about new Kevin.
So like, what? He's not a bug anymore? No.
Yeah. And
Oh man, that's how I cheated in chemistry. I could see off the reflection of his carapace.
anyway, we'll figure that out. So you make your way to Paladin's HQ. And they welcome you in. Are you trying to find someone specific to be like, hey, by the way, we figured out Kevin's Paragon now? Or are you just on like the first clerk of like, hey, can you run this up the flagpole?
Before we get too deep into Paladin HQ, I want to say that during the downtime, Chloe would have actually gone to them and taken full responsibility for the whole incident, just to try and make sure that nobody else gets severe punishment or reprimands regarding that.
Okay, and yeah, there is a bit of like ultimately the four of you are mostly let off the hook. Like, yes, there was significant collateral damage done at the end of the day, but it was in a largely abandoned part of town. No people were actually injured from it because of all the robots. Even Vega, who was the knight helping out, was like, yeah, totally, they were she took on a fair bit of the responsibility because she was causing a ruckus outside, and that's what drew people's attention to the area in the first place. But yeah, it's because of the combination of you helped track down where the villains ultimately were. Kevin was grievously injured. Really, the biggest thing that they are upset about is that the four of you went out and did heroics, even though they were expressly like, Squires do not go out and do hero shit right now.
Yeah. She's gonna try and like spin it like it was her idea the whole time, and that the only reason they went out was to get her out of trouble.
Yeah, and so there is maybe a bit more of like, okay, we need to, may need to start assigning like a knight to be your team's minder to keep you all more on a leash. I don't know, that doesn't sound right.
Accountable?
Perhaps, yeah.
Right.
And so there are still discussions happening of that, and that's part of why the four of you have not been out as squires yet. But
sorry, I interrupted. It's Paragon. We're trying to introduce Paragon to the Squire or the Paladins. Goddamn.
Yeah. But no, that is even with all that going on, they are like, okay, yes, all four of you should come in to help with Kevin's new assessment so we can figure out, what powers he has now, and y'all are still going to be a team. So even though it is, even though there has been the talking to, it's like, okay, you're going to come in, you're going to go to the peril parlor, and we're going to do some tests. Yeah, so yeah, you head in, you have your appointment time, and it is just some of the clerks, admin staff, etc., who are kind of running the simulation. But do you ask them to find any particular knights or paladins to start this request?
Yeah, anyone that I know that works semi-closely with Paragal.
Okay. Yeah, for that you would basically need to get Athenas, because Paragal is more distant from the Paladins organization than Paragon was. But so it would basically need to be her reaching out and being like, hey, we have it would take a high-ranking person to get Paragal's actual attention. And so maybe at first you're told like, Athenas is a bit busy right now, we'll see what we can do.
Could do I know how, like, is it okay for these people to know that I'm a clone of Paragon? Like, is that going to be classified in some way that these people would not know it?
I mean, outright saying that you're a clone of Paragon might cause some problems, but if you're like, hey, I've got these powers that are similar to Paragal's, it might be good for her to know that it's probably what would be that would probably do the trick. And I'm only just realizing we have not rolled any dice tonight. I probably should have had you like pierce the mask to figure out that like that's what you needed to ask or something.
I do have a question. Do I still have all my conditions?
No, time has passed,
Okay.
so you can clear at least one of them.
Okay.
How about
Like,
more than
thematically?
one?
Oh, sorry, more than one.
Well-
Thematically, I imagine he like walks up to a guy and says like, "Hey, I need to get in contact with Paragal," and they say like, "No, that's impossible." And then he like looks around and then just sort of opens up his shirt and shows like the symbol on his costume. It's all like you're gonna want to reconsider.
Yeah, there's still a little bit of like, okay, are you just a fan? Okay.
I'm 100% speaking for somebody else's character. That's just how I imagine it going down.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna. So some things have come to light, and it seems that part of what happened to me was I was infused with some of some. What are they're from
They're from
Argon.
Argon.
So
Arg-
Argonites.
I just realized it would be Argonians if we're going by the full.
Or Argonauts.
Argonauts, yeah, we can do that. With Argonaut DNA and power. So I kind of need some help on this.
Okay, sure. And they're like jotting notes down on their tablet. Why don't you all get started in the peril parlor and we'll start some tests and see how things go. And you don't quite get the sense yet that they're like, okay, this is something to like get a jump on, but they aren't fully dismissing what you're saying. They're just like, wait, what? Yeah, so let's take a brief pause here for you, David, to explain what has happened, what is going on, like what mechanically has happened to your character.
All right, so I changed playbooks. I'm no longer the transformed. I am now the legacy, which they, are they from a long line of heroes. Think, Superboy to Superman, or Nightwing to Batman, kind of thing like that.
Mm-hmm. And so, what are some of the powers that you can do? Because it's a little bit weird switching. Like, it is a mechanic of the game to change playbooks, but it is different from like starting the game as that playbook. So, what is new from the legacy and abilities, and what are you still holding on to?
I lost all of my powers, and now I have flight, super strength, and laser eyes. I forget what they have called it in this. Eye beams. And moves. I kept a couple of my moves that I thought would be thematic for how I'm going to kind of struggle with this new identity. I kept not human enough and coming for you. So they're both kind of like, you kind of overreact and are a little bit too violent in the way you fight. And then I started off with 2 new moves from the Legacy's moves, and I know what I am. And that is when I defend someone, or once per scene, when I defend a teammate, I can shift Savior up and another label down. Even on what? Oh, even on a miss. Okay, and if I do it, I add 1 to the team. So that's fun. And words of the past, and it's when you seek out guidance from your elders or a member of your legacy. Tell them a problem you face and ask them a question about the problem. They will answer honestly. and tell you what to do, I take a +1 ongoing if I listen to them, and if I make my own way, I mark potential instead.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Very good. Yeah. So to start things off for the Peril Parlor, it is it gets jokingly referred to as the bunny slope, as it's just like a series of like physical tests and like, oh, you've got, very obvious dummies and stuff, and like not a full-blown simulation just yet, but it's like, okay, let's test your physical capabilities. Do you have any super mobility, things like that? And it's not so much for your teammates to do it this time, but you all get to see Kevin trying out his new powers, and yeah, I'm sure that's it's a fun learning experience for everyone. I don't know why I'm saying that this is how it is for you. I mean, if there are things about this that you think would be fun to explore, or we can kind of jump ahead to more of an actual simulation.
I just imagine that we're sitting behind like a one-way mirror, and like he's in the Peril Parlor and probably sees things from his perspective, but what we see is just him like zooming around and like doing powers inside of like a white room.
Yeah, and like you get a bit of an overlay through the glass of like what he is seeing and experiencing. And yeah, I mean, 3 of you are watching your newly hot friend physically exert himself. That's I don't know. Maybe I'm making assumptions.
If I get a
about
crush on him,
teenagers.
he's gonna leave.
Sabrina, no!
Sorry.
You say that out loud to your friends.
She does say that out loud to her friends.
Oh! Sabrina, that's not... Oh, popcorn?
Yeah. I'm sorry.
It's
I had
not-
a sad
it's not-
moment.
It's not
I've been
true, by the
working on
way.
those.
It's just been really bad luck.
Yeah. Yeah.
Chloe
Anyways.
just puts her hood up and pulls the strings.
Anyways, I kind of want to like fight him and see how he holds up, because it looks like he's hitting really hard, and like I don't get to hit things really hard a lot of the time.
You want to fight him? How about what if we fight with him?
Well, yeah, well, I want to fight with him, obviously, but like in a
Okay.
training exercise.
Yeah.
I mean, we fight together all the time. If we don't fight each other, then we don't know what the other's weaknesses are, and we don't know how to compensate for that.
Yeah.
Are we about to fight each other? Because I've already fought you guys before, and I didn't love it. I didn't do great.
It's
but
okay.
You didn't have anybody on your side that time.
Yeah, we'll do a 2-on-2.
Like 2 versus 2?
Yeah.
Or
I'll
we could
prey
all
on your
fight Kevin.
insecurities, as well as your weak skin.
Great.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I'm so scared now.
I'm sorry.
Or we could all fight Kevin.
Okay, but I just want to see how hard he hits. Wait, can we do a measurement? Computer lady, can we do a measurement of how hard Kevin can hit?
That is, yeah, part of the calibration test that they're running him through is, for those of you who have seen One Punch Man, there's like the scene where they go and do the like hero registration or whatever it is, and they do all the calibration tests. It's a bit like that, and so there are some statistics that we got to read out for Kevin's abilities. I'm not gonna try and
Is he stronger than me? Probably.
I think so, because I think his playbook actually gives him super strength. I think yours doesn't specifically give you that.
Mine just says you're tough skinned.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you can fly and you're pretty tough.
Mhm.
Whereas with his powers that he specifically chose, super strength.
Yeah.
So yeah, he his strength registers way above yours.
I don't want him to hit me.
Yeah.
That would hurt.
I'm just a person.
Yeah. And you're made of glass when you change into your form.
I mean, I
Yeah.
can break apart and heal, but like,
That's right.
Mean it doesn't hurt.
Yeah. Anyways, over the intercom. How you feeling, buddy?
Pretty good. Yeah, this is fun. I like hit another target, and probably a little too hard, and maybe some warning lights are flashing that
Hey, cool it.
I'm going too hard at it.
Yeah.
You
a
look
little
great.
bit.
Oh, Subrina, he looks great. You think he looks great, Subrina?
What?
I'm just
He's
wondering, you think he looks great?
attractive.
Are you feeling a certain kind of way? I'm just wondering.
No,
That's
not
okay.
like that. No, I like blondes.
Okay.
I guess.
Oh, you'll hit the intercom. You're gonna have to learn to scale it back, dude. You don't know your own strength.
Yep,
Literally.
I'm figuring that out. And I'm gonna start trying to figure out how to do the Paragon thing where I just like make my eyes glow a really bright blue so people can't see my face, but I probably am just accidentally laser beaming
Just shoot
everywhere.
laser
It's
beam
just like
through the window.
Very like-
Oh god!
Like as he's like, you know, it. Yeah, you don't quite have control over it to start, and so as you're like turning around the room, it's like there are scorch marks appearing, like it cuts across the glass, and through you like instinctively duck,
Yeah,
but
everybody-
it doesn't make it through the glass.
Whoa.
Yeah, see now that wasn't scaling it back. But good effort.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I gotta figure this stuff out.
You're
I
doing great. You're doing amazing, sweetie.
I feel like you're taking all my things, Kevin.
We're all crowded around one microphone.
Oh, it's totally different. His are like laser beams. Like you do like a light thing. He can't do that.
But it's a light thing. It's still a light thing.
It's like a light thing. You can do all
Yeah,
the
it's
light things.
good team up opportunities, right? You can like
We literally still have the mic on. Good team up opportunities.
You can't like do anything with shadows, right?
I never saw Paragon do that. I will try.
Yeah,
And
there's
I
like a setting that changes, and there's like half the room goes into shadow.
I just like light it up with laser eyes and be like, nope, can't do any shadow stuff.
Yeah. You don't hear anything, but you guys just hear go. Okay.
Look at one that's mine.
On one thing.
I just envision there's like 20 seconds of Kevin goes into the shadow and just like concentrating really hard. It's like, nope, nothing.
Well, this is fun. Can we come in there now? Do you think?
Yeah, sure.
Okie dokie.
Let's fuck some shit up. Woo!
And as the three of you begin entering, the technician, who was adjacent to the three of you while this was going on and kind of like adjusting the simulation, so I was like, so did you all want to start with fighting a simulated villain, or did you want to actually try sparring?
I don't know. What do you think, Kevin? Can you hold back that much?
Oh yeah.
Like, oh yeah, sure.
Let's fight a villain.
You
I think
suggested
it'd
we
be fun.
spar.
I think
This
it'd
is
be
a good
fun.
idea.
Yeah. No, it's gonna be great when he punches a hole in one of you guys.
I can regenerate. She can regenerate by sucking the life force out of me, which I will then regenerate. You're super tough.
Ooh, I don't know if I like the ethics of that.
I consent. We could do it.
I don't know. What do you
Boy,
think,
looks
Kevin?
unsure.
Huh?
What do you think?
I think it'd be fun to fight.
Okay.
As long as we're paired and we're teams of paired. We're pair teams.
So Kevin and me versus you guys?
You guys are both the really, really strong ones though, and we're like the human beings.
Okay. Each one of you gets an alien companion.
Is it cheating if I pick Kevin? Because I spend a lot of time with Kevin, so I like
mean,
know Kevin.
Ow,
You
but
know each
okay.
Yeah, the two of you know each other the best. I think that makes a lot of sense.
But I feel like I shouldn't then, right? Because this is supposed to be a learning opportunity.
Well,
Sabrina, you kicked my ass the first time we met. Let's fucking team up.
Okay. I was joking, but
All
okay.
right.
guess
Right.
it's you and me, Kevin.
Yeah. I think it'll be good.
Great.
All right. And so as the two of you or the four of you start splitting into different sides of the room, it starts changing like that Pokemon stage in Super Smash Bros. That cycles through the different locales. And I think that is where we are going to end tonight's session as you all get ready to do your sparring match with each other. Because we will, we'll pick things up with that next time. But we've got, our end of session stuff to do. And I want us to end not too terribly late tonight. So, because someone here drove for several hours today. So let's...
More than several.
Many.
Yeah.
Many.
All right. Yeah, so GG's everyone. Let's do our end of session stuff. So at the start and end of, we're well past the start of the session. At the end of every session, choose one. You grew closer to the team, you grow into your own image of yourself, or you grow away from the team. And let's think about stars and wishes as well. So whenever anyone is ready.
I think I'm gonna go first because I'm gonna steal this. I think that Sabrina grew closer to the team because, especially Kevin, haha, fuck you guys. Yes. You're relearning friendships, and because that they're now very similar now, and she feels a deeper connection to Kevin. She's dealing with the fact that Kevin is no longer a weird bug person, and all that sort of stuff. So I think that is where Sabrina is. I think she's like excited about. At the end, she got a little like envious and jealous because of like the similarities between them now. But I think that very quickly is going to shift into like we're like twins. And then my stars and wishes. I think Robot House is my star for the evening. The Smart House. Cause we don't really get to see much of her, Kevin's abode, and like getting to see that interaction is something we haven't seen before. So I really very much enjoyed that scene, especially learning about all of the Kevin stuff. I like Kevin lore. Give me more Kevin lore. Oh, and also, like, I'm excited. Oh, my wish is that, we, go to CERN. Break into CERN. That's it.
Right.
All right. And so for the growing closer to Kevin, give influence to him. I assume he already has it. So if you do already have it, you get to shift Sabrina's labels 1 up, 1 down, and Sabrina, you get to clear a condition or mark potential.
I'm gonna clear a condition because I had 3. I'm gonna clear afraid, but I'm gonna keep insecure. Feels right.
All right. Very good. Thank you. Who would like to, or I guess Dave, whenever you're ready, you can say what labels you're shifting.
Okay.
For Sabrina.
I think. Oh, I don't know. I am going to shift up Savior, I think, based off of this. What happened this game? No strong reason why, just my feeling. And shift down Danger.
All right. Very good. Who would like to go next?
Me, I will go. Roz grew closer to the team. Shock. Explain who made you feel welcome. Technically, it's everybody. I feel like, I mean, it's Kevin. It's Kevin's fault that I feel closer to the team. But like, I feel like it was actually Chloe and Subrina. Like that moment of like all three of the girls going into the hospital and being like, "Oh my God, where's Kevin?" Was I don't know. I feel like this session and like having like the changes to Kevin, everybody kind of experiencing that together, has really helped Roz feel like she is a part of the team and not just like, I'm the new kid who is just like, you're babysitting me. So I guess I'm giving it to Kevin because I have to choose one.
Yeah, it's however you want to interpret it.
I already have influence over Kevin.
All right, then he is going to get to change
He already influenced me. Yeah.
labels one up, one down. And while he is considering that, do you have your stars and wishes? Or you can also clear condition or mark potential.
Yeah, I mark potential. My star is for sure hive mind. Being like having Roz get comforted in her like moment of like extreme stress by hive mind, my personal favorite little buddy, was just great. I loved it. I'm pretty sure I had a recent wish that I wanted to see more of hive mind, so thank you. Now for my wish. I wish for shipping. I wish for smooches. I wish for dates. I wish for people to be shipped with other people. I want romance. Feed me the romance. That's what I want.
I mean, we got to see a little bit of Sabrina being a shipper earlier.
Don't ask for what you don't want, hon.
Oh, I want it.
I love how Chloe accidentally started chipping and then went like, "What is wrong with me?" and like literally just like
I need to
left
sit
the room.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see, David. Do you have the Roz labels to shift?
Okay. I am going to shift up superior because of the good insights on watching the video from my dad.
Oh.
And I'm going to shift down freak because you just came across as very normal. So
Thank you. Thanks. Yes, very normal today. Also, my insights on the video were, this is fucked up, Kevin.
yeah, but they're in like correct ways.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you. Wonderful.
All right. Who would like to go next?
I'm gonna pick 2 stars. First of all, I just love everything about new Kevin. I love the new art. Everything 10 out of 10. Chef kiss, beautiful. My second star, learning the name of my nemesis. That's pretty huge.
Yep.
And I'm really excited about that, and I'm eager to see more, which I guess that counts as my wish. I usually wind up using wishes as like a reminder of like what I want to do the next session, and I think that my wish is to follow through on some thoughts about Chloe I've been having, which is her like holding back on her powers more now that she has kind of a suspicion that like maybe they're not such a good thing. So that is my wish for the future. Those are my stars and my wishes. I'm going to choose to grow closer with the team just because God, it's really nice that Kevin's not dead and we're all very happy about that. I mean, you guys both already gave influence to Kevin, right? I'll do it again. We're giving you all the work today, David.
Do your work, David. Earn your paycheck.
Yeah. And are you clearing a condition or marking potential?
I'm going to mark potential because I think she still feels guilty.
Yep. And now we got to do your doomed stuff. At the end of every session, answer the question: did you make progress on defeating your nemesis? Is the answer yes, mark potential. If the answer is no, mark your doom track.
I could argue it either way, for sure. I learned who my nemesis is, which I think could count as progress, but
Mhm.
also did not act on it at all. And in my head, she still thinks that was a weird dream.
So it's up to you. I will say, if you choose no, that's gonna fill up your doom track, and you're gonna mark your second to
No.
last doom sign.
What does the group think? Is it more? It's probably like learning the name of the nemesis is pretty significant.
Also, not just the name, but the literal identity, like the
whole fact that there even is a
Yeah.
nemesis.
yeah,
Yeah.
the fact that you have a venom parasite.
Yeah. No, you're right. That's just me wanting to be dramatic. Yeah, I think it's the potential on this
Yep.
one.
Okay, great. We don't need anyone else getting close to dying.
It's fine.
Today, at least.
Yep.
Won't be close this time.
And David, you have the labels to shift.
Sure. I am going to shift. I'm going to shift down mundane because I think I was bought into like closer, or just in general, she wasn't very mundane, and up freak because the whole having a venom parasite. It's very, very not mundane and very freaky. So,
Yep.
You know what?
Not
Fair
normal,
enough.
very freaky.
Yep. Very good. Now, obviously, this is your choice, David, but part of me wants you to grow into your own image of yourself, just so that you are shifting your labels as well, and just shifting everyone's
oh
labels
god,
tonight.
no.
But he did also just literally turn into another person.
Yeah, I don't think I could justify growing into my own image of myself this early on of it.
Yeah.
But I would for the gag otherwise. But no, I do think I grew closer to the team, especially with just how everything went. And again, it's one of those, the team in general, it's hard to say a specific person, but I'm gonna go with Roz because she was there while I was learning stuff from video recording of my dad. So yeah, it's a intimate moment, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I already influenced you.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Let's see here. We're gonna fucking. Oh, I can't change your danger anymore, huh?
No, yeah, I had to lock one from my moment of truth. I never
Nice.
did that before, so I went ahead and locked danger when I changed playbooks.
I'm gonna increase your mundane because you're a real boy now,
Oh, wow.
and I'm going to decrease your your superior, because who knows what the fuck's going on? Not you.
All right. And
Clear condition, mark potential, baby.
yeah, I'm going to clear condition, obviously,
Wait, how
because
many
I still have
conditions
so
did you
many of them.
have? What?
I had 3 marked, so now I got to remove 1. I'm going to go ahead and I think I'm going to remove guilty. I'm no longer guilty about all the rule breaking we did.
Nice, finally.
Yeah.
Absolved.
It took
Yeah.
hatching out of your own body.
It's coming out of his cage, and he's doing just fine.
Mhm.
Oh man.
All right. And then your stars and wishes, good sir.
Stars and wishes. Star was that it was a very thematic episode, or session. Everyone had like the parent stuff or the power stuff. Like everything seemed really tight, and that was really cool. I enjoyed that. It was good storytelling. And wish is for some big follow up on those things, you know, shenanigans in CERN, fighting Roz's mom, whatever the hell's going on with Hemlock's grass self, which I don't remember the name. I just keep thinking of Fern from Adventure Time. But
she's got ghosts in her blood.
Mm-hmm. Ghost blood.
She should do cocaine about it.
Moon's haunted. What?
Yeah.
Moon's haunted.
Very good. Thank you. And then what? Let's see. My star. I mean, yeah, similar to what David said, is how you all reacted to the bits that I laid out, to borrow some of the DM terminology that gets thrown around, you know, the knives that you handed me that I used on you, and how that went down. That was very fun and rewarding. And then my wish, I'll cheat and have a couple. I'm going to second Z's wish of smooches and romance. I'm channeling my Sid GM-ness here. But I do also want to see how you all react to the game world reacting to new Kevin. All right. Well, that is going to do it for us. We're a few minutes early, which is just about where I intended us to be. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out and watching tonight. This was a very fun episode. Let's see, some links in the chat. Follow us on the social medias. Buy shit from us. It's good shit. It's based on the shit that we say that's entertaining, or at least we think so, enough to put it on merch. We've got shirts, we've got mugs, we've got hoodies, all that good stuff. Apparently Stream Elements does not do booty shorts or pants, or else we would have so much better merch available for other things. But you should keep your eyes peeled, because we are changing things in and out. I believe currently we've got from Neon Souls, it's I have to make sure I'm saying it right, Gubba Bump, Mutant Psychic Shrimp, something or other. You know, check out
Neon Souls bullshit.
Yeah, check out the merch store for that. Our latest item is from when we did our Destiny 2 raid last week, where Savannah was saying, you know, wake up every day and fight karma barehanded. So you can get that on a shirt or a coffee mug. And I think we've still got Buy, Fly, and Ready to Die. We've got We Need Sleep. And we have some more ideas that are in the funnel. I'm not sure if that was the best word for it, but some ideas that you'll see on merch eventually.
We're in the pipeline.
Yeah, that's probably better. I heard funnel too much of work today. Anywho, that is going to do it for us here tonight for Squire Squad. Next time this channel should be live is Thursday for Elegant Creatures, as we return to our Urban Shadows game, which we've had to miss a couple sessions of lately because of life, but we're excited to get back to that. Friday, we may be doing another Destiny stream. If we do, we'll tweet about it, I'm sure, which is why you should follow us on social media. Saturday, back, I'm running another game, Saturday Night's Pathfinder. Sunday, we've got Blades in the Dark, Dusk Falls Dead. Monday is going to be the Queer Chronicles of the Strixhaven Quartet, our new D&D 5e game. And then next Tuesday, we'll be back with David running the show in our Stars Without Number game. We are just starting that one, so you should catch up on our YouTube so you can know what's been happening and be there when things hit the fan, as I'm sure they will. But yeah, that's going to do it for us here tonight. Make sure that you are taking care of yourself, even if that's as simple as hydrating, staying off social media, getting enough sleep, all that stuff. But until next time, everyone, good game and good night, Internet.